Okay, what is good, guys? Welcome back. Today we'll be talking about feminism and hypergamy and how it elevated and how it's gained traction. Now, I'm not going to give you too many specifics. I'm looking at myself again, looking at how fine I am. Gotta look at the camera. Okay. So yeah, feminism has started since before my great grandmothers were born. You know, most people say it started when they gave women the right to vote, but it's been going on long before that. Now, us as a society, there's honestly no way for it to be stopped. It can only be slowed down. For example, the presidency, and we have Donald Trump as our current president, but he had to beat two women in order to get to or retain his or live out his second term. Let's just say that. But do you think that will be the only woman that will come close to winning an election? No. There will definitely be a lot more that are going to decide to run. And to reference an Aaron Clary podcast, or just an ideology he had, he's like, once you guys, let's just say or I'm talking to the women here, once you, say, win the presidential race, you get elected, you win all the votes, right? You have your first female president. Then what? And women statistically are known, they're biologically hardwired to want more. So they'll probably celebrate that victory for probably like maybe a couple months tops, 1 or 2 months, and then they're gonna want more and more. Look at how dating has evolved, right? When a man, this is why the word simp comes into play, or just a guy just too generous, right? He gets used because he thinks his token of gratitude will be appreciated, and it probably might be for that first 10 seconds. After that, all right, what's next? Like, is that it? So it's gotten really bad. It's been so toxic, and just to share some personal experience, I've witnessed it since I was in school. I want to say maybe middle school. That's when it really clicked. Like, what is going on? Like, the things aren't adding up, And then high school, it really started to click. I was like, nah, something ain't right. Something is not natural. Like, the natural order is just not, this isn't it, And turns out I was correct, I decided to go against society norms, or the social norms. And eventually I ended up moving out of the country. And I can honestly say it's the best decision I ever made. And I'm not saying like, oh, this is just a one time, hopefully I get it right. Like, no, actually, I went out the country, went back to the States, and then I saw the same thing I was experiencing that I wasn't experiencing overseas, And that just gave me confirmation, like, all right, I have no business being here. I'm gonna lose my mind being in the States. I mean, of course, it's great for monetary gain. For businesses, whatever, profits. Of course, it's good to be there, but to actually, socially, I want to say, or let's just say mentally, just be free, or not to live up to certain expectations, you know, that's out the window once you leave the States. You know, it's just a Western thing that's going on, and it's tragic. You know, there's a lot of guys that are stuck. They have no idea what to do, and they're just, I want to say they're lost, because I'm pretty sure for the ones that look at my life, they're like, oh man, this guy is a genius, this guy, but they don't think about it for themselves like that. So I just want to tell you guys, if the ones watching me, it is possible, literally. Like forget my situation. Like, you could honestly, if you locked in, just stay away from relationships. You know, if you can get a platonic relationship, that would be cool, but that still requires much of your energy. So I'd say literally just focus on, I wouldn't say pay for play, but if you can get a transaction going with the opposite sex, I'm talking to young males here, or even older if you're watching, just have some sort of a platonic relationship where you're not compromising your mental health, because let me tell you, that shit will drain you, take a toll, and probably send you to a psych ward. And yeah, it sucks if you have like high testosterone or, you know, a high sex drive. Yeah, they're not gonna, yeah. The more you apply or use that, it's like it repels whatever you're trying to attract, you know? So yeah, just focus on yourself. Keep the goal in mind. I would say the goal should be to leave the States. And then once you have that, you can, or if you can find a way to profit. All right, let me rephrase this. First is monetary gain for men. You need to find a way to make as much money in a short period of time. I'm not saying do anything illegal or do anything you would regret. No, but have a strategy, have a plan, whatever situation you're in, find a way to escape whatever, like if you have a 9 to 5, all right, find an out of that. See the end of the tunnel, you know what I mean? It makes life a lot easier. And if you can find a remote job, I'd say do that. If you just want to do content like what I'm doing, apparently consistency is the key. So make sure that's there. And yeah, just make sure profits are, well, of course you have to care about the community. Make sure community is set too. Don't try to outsource to people that you know aren't on the same wavelength, or saying they don't have the same mindset as you, because that'll lead to destruction. Trust me, I've trusted several people in my plans on, but you know, the truth is you can only rely on yourself. You know, only you have that vision. God gave you that vision. So yeah, that's really it. I know I didn't dive too much about, you know, the history of feminism and everything, but just know it's not going away anytime soon. And it's either gonna crush you or you're gonna shoot up. And I'm shooting up, so I hope you guys as well. As far as, let me address the females audience listening to this, if you made it this far. As much as I hate to say it, use it to your advantage, because that seems like the only way for you to actually become more satisfied, as if, you'll be more satisfied using feminism to your advantage, rather than just being traditional, you know what I mean? Now, the question is, are you willing to accept that the person that you may have used feminism on, and I'm talking relationship-wise, if you took advantage of him, are you willing to accept that this guy may use that, whatever just happened in that relationship, as fuel to boost his success up? Are you ready to see that dude at the top? You know, do you think it's possible? Obviously, if you're doing it to him, you probably don't think it's possible. But just keep that in mind, that that's definitely a possibility, and you won't like the outcome. Now, I'm just putting that out there because I've seen a lot of people, you know, rappers, movie artists, where, you know, they got dumped, and then literally that's when their careers start taking off. So, you know, I'd say for the women, just stay out of relationships. Be honest. That's another one. And yeah, that's it.